Okay, this video is just to kind of give you an idea of chart analysis and how I use technical analysis in my trading. So first off, I like to look at the bigger time frames and look for chart patterns and major support and resistance levels. So we definitely see there's resistance here as price has rejected it. And I'll draw these lines here like so. So right now you can see that the market has gone through these prices here. One other thing is to consider is on the day chart, we have broken this daily trend line, possibly reversing on in the upward movement. And we also see that price there's a low, a high, and a lower high, and a higher high. Okay, so expecting the market to trade upwards overall, but currently the market is dropping downwards. So one thing I'm going to consider again is at this support resistance level, you can see that we may create a double bottom. One thing to consider is we have a temporal trend line that was broken on the day chart, but I may look for it to just drop down to this price and see what happens here. If we kick down to the 4-hour standpoint, what I'll be looking for, as you can see that trend line being broken and retested, is we're getting into an area that the market has stretched out quite a bit. It's broken this level here. You can see there's support, broke out, but we really haven't retested it. So I'm going to be looking for an opportunity, possibly in order to get in at a good price, is pulling back to either this resistance level and looking for like candlestick patterns as far as reversing, coming up, rejecting it, and continue downwards. Another way I'll look at it is I see a trend line like this on the 4-hour standpoint, is price to come up and then kick off this trend line, train downwards. So overall, I'm looking for a sell opportunity as this temporal trend is showing downward movement. But I'm going to look for it to touch this line or this line. And I can look for either those patterns, or I can automate it by using Magic to enter my limit order and pre-program my stop loss. Okay, and looking for take profit down here. So if and when price does come down here, then I'll look for reasons to for this market to bounce off this price, and then later on I'll look for possibly breaking this trend line. The 1-hour standpoint, basically same thing as the 4-hour standpoint, is I'll look for a possible pullback, then I'll look for reversal candlestick patterns for a continued move on the downward swing. So either the price may come back and retest this support area or this trend line that was on the 4-hour standpoint. If we want to be more precise, it's probably around this area, as you can see. Maybe a wicking area like this, and pushing downwards for the best price. So overall right now, looking for sell opportunities, but later in the future, buying opportunity once price gets over here, and possibly a break of this trend line on the 4-hour standpoint. Okay, looking at this chart. Okay, this is a different market. Looking at resistance at the top, support on the bottom, and these major levels like this. So right now we're not really in a trend. As you can see, the overall trend is up on the daily standpoint, but we're in a consolidation phase. So we can see that we're kind of like going like this. So one thing I may consider is this trend line break. Now, once this trend line does break, we may see market movements trend downwards, but I would like to see it break this price first. Okay, so I'm actually going to pull over. So we have a big trend line that we're reaching towards. On the day chart, we have a chart pattern of an M shape, and so it's just the price right now is just hanging out right now. So what I'm going to be interested in right now is just seeing how it reacted before. A possible sell opportunity once it gets to this price, we may see a reversal pattern to trade back down towards this trend line or the support area for our target. The 4-hour standpoint, kind of drifting, nothing special, no, there's no beautiful trend lines or support lines that we can identify. So it's kind of just wandering right now. Price is not really going anywhere. So I'm actually interested in just trading between this price and this price, kind of like a channel. So once it gets here, then I might look for buy opportunities back up to the top. Once the price gets up to the top, I'm going to be looking for sell opportunities back towards the bottom. 1-hour standpoint, really just consolidating. Like I said, there's this high and this low. So maybe smaller opportunities as far as short term. Again, if price does come back down here, then I might look for that buy opportunity back up to resistance. Same thing on the top. If I look for areas for it to bounce off of this resistance level to trade back down to the bottom. But if it does break and close above this area, I may look for a buy opportunity back up to here. And then, like I said, once it gets here, then I'm going to look for that sell opportunity. So with that being said, with that information, I can pre-program Magic into this trading plan. I can actually put my limit order here or wait for the market to get up to this price, wait for a reclose below that price, put my stop loss above here, and then take profit right back down to the support resistance area. And then I can let the trade run its course. So right now with this pair, there's not really any opportunity. I'm just waiting for that trade setup to happen. Alright guys, thank you for joining us for this webinar.